Now, when you hear the word vampire, what kind of image comes to mind? For me personally, I think of a pale, charming humanoid that only comes out at night. But you can actually go way scarier than that. So let's take a look at some of the most terrifying vampires across fiction. Starting off in our number 5 spot, we have the Strigoi now. These types of vampires are pretty much the opposite of your charming, charismatic, handsome humanoid. In fact, they're so far from that description, they're actually more animalistic than human. They prefer to dwell in caves and abandoned mines, and they're known to attack livestock and even other predators, like wolves, bears, and even other vampires. The Strigoi is truly a monster, and if you manage to get a glimpse of one, you'd probably soil yourself. Number 4 brings us the caveman vampire. This type of vampire isn't too different from the Strigoi, except the caveman vampire actually preys on humans. They lure their victims into caves with promises of treasure or perhaps a secret passage out of the cave, but in reality, they just want their blood. These vampires usually appear as deformed humanoids with an insatiable thirst for blood. Number 3 brings us the Blood Monarch. Now, this type of vampire is actually one of the most powerful types, and they're known for commanding entire covens of vampires. That's right, there are vampires that enslave other vampires. Blood monarchs can control entire armies of vampires, and they're often worshipped as gods by their blood slaves. They're incredibly seductive and manipulative, and they use their powers to gain control over other vampires and humans alike. Now, number 2 on our list is the Ghost Vampire. And despite the name, the Ghost Vampire doesn't actually have anything to do with ghosts. Instead, they're actually spirits that possess humans, turning them into vampires. These spirits can be incredibly malicious, and they use their new vessel to do their bidding. Oftentimes, the Ghost Vampire will drain their hostess life force and eventually turn them into a ghost vampire themselves, creating an army of the undead. And finally, number 1 on our list is the Vampire God. There are actually gods that feed on the blood of humans. These gods are incredibly powerful, and they often take the form of beautiful, charismatic humans in order to trick their victims. Once they've gained their trust, they'll strike, draining their blood and leaving their victims as withered husks. But that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, and subscribe for more videos like these. And as always, thank you for watching.